Good morning. It is Monday morning, the start of a new weekly vlog. I'm Karen Leabo with VintageDazzle.etsy.com, and this is my vlog where I show you what a vintage reseller's life, at least one vintage reseller's life, is like. And so right now I'm going to show you some things that I got listed over the weekend. Okay, first up is, this is a Zuni carved animal fetish necklace. It's a 3-strand necklace, a really wide variety of colorful stones and different kinds of animals. I just was making a list of all the different animals, and there's some really unusual ones in here, including whales, anteaters, tadpoles, and then there's the usual fish, birds, foxes, badgers, bunnies, turtles. I'm probably forgetting some maybe that I'm not even sure what they are, but lots of neat stones too. We've got turquoise and azurite and malachite, and I think that's probably spiny oyster, those red ones. Some like jasper looking things, some maybe aventurine. Really neat. It's a really beautiful necklace. I listed that for $199, and everything that I am listing now is free shipping, free U.S. shipping, and usually discounted international shipping. Like for smaller items, it's like $10 international shipping, which sometimes gets me into trouble, because there are a few places that doesn't come near to covering it. Oh, it's kind of wet outside this morning. You can look outside my dirty window. The streets are wet. I can't believe it. I think it's been raining. There was no rain in the forecast, but my garden, I'm sure, is very happy to see that. Okay, back to business. This is a sterling silver and rhinestone horseshoe and flower good luck brooch. I'm guessing from the 1940s. It's just marked sterling. It's quite a big one, and it's in nice condition. That I listed for $36. Then this is a tablecloth, damask tablecloth with a rose pattern. It's a pretty big one, big rectangle one. I listed that for $35, and I will slip in a picture. And then lastly, if you can see this, this is a Hong Kong camphor wood hand-carved chest. It's got carving on the top and the sides and the back, and it smells wonderful. It's missing the little flap on the hasp, so it doesn't have a hasp. So I have it priced pretty modestly at $70. Normally I would charge more, like, I don't know, $90 for one this big and nice. It's really nice. Inside it's really clean, and it smells so good. Okay, that's it for now. Hi there. So here are 3 items that I'm getting ready to package up to be shipped tomorrow. First up, this may look familiar because I think I just showed it to you. Sterling silver and rhinestone 1940s horseshoe and flower good luck brooch. And that sold for $38 to one of my good customers. Thank you so much. And it just sold too, like 2 minutes ago. And then we have this lovely pair of malachite and sterling silver earrings. Really pretty markings on the malachite. It's kind of iridescent. Those were $29. And is that right? I think they were $29. And then this is a hand-woven Guatemalan weeple dress. And I'll show you a picture of it because it's really pretty. It's got just spectacular embroidery on it. Lots and lots of embroidery. That sold for $55. And this one's going to Iceland. That's so exciting, selling something to Iceland. I mean, gosh, they have fabulous textiles in Iceland. So we were on our walk yesterday, and I saw these at the curb. Someone put them out. And it was really weird because I looked at it and was like, just within the last day or so, I have thought, oh, I need one of those vertical files for storage here. And then these, showed up in my life. But now I can't remember where it was that I wanted to use these for storage. So I collected them anyway, and I'm going to take them up to my office and clean them up and see if I can figure out where they ought to go. And I guess if I can't figure out a good place for them, then I will just donate them once I can donate things again. That's been one of my biggest issues lately, is the thrift stores, none of them are open for donations, so makes kind of cleaning things out hard to do. Hello, it is Tuesday morning, yes, Tuesday morning, and I'm going to show you what I listed yesterday. Okay, first up we have this gigantic ball pendant with studded with turquoise. This is silver-plated brass necklace. It's really cool though. It's hollow and a little bit distressed, but I think it looks kind of cool. Alright, I can show it a little better there. Okay, so that I listed for $34. And then we have these are like little dream catcher sterling silver earrings with a little turquoise nugget at the center. And those I listed for $22. And then last we have another tablecloth. This one is very sheer linen with embroidery and very fine. I can't really show it to you, but I'll show you a picture. Really nice drawn work tablecloth. Listed that for $29. It's time for me to show you what I sold, but first, as long as I have a little daylight, I'm going to show you what I listed today. A bunch of these sterling silver brooches, all birds. We have this kind of a modernist Mexican silver. This one, it might be Plata Moderna, but I'm not sure. I can see a little bit of the mark on the back, but it's just a little fragment of it, and I'm not sure I've got it identified. But anyway, he's listed for $32. And I listed these two flying geese pinned together. They're Mexican silver, 1930s probably. I listed those for $29. I would have listed them for more, but one of the geese, I didn't really notice it until I went to list it, but it's got like a little, some type of little residue or something on the wing. It's not, am I looking at the right one? Maybe it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. So there's kind of a little, there you can see it. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't come off. It's kind of transparent. So I only see it if the light hits it a certain way. But anyway, I decided I better put quite a good discount on these. So I put these for $29. And we have this lovely Quetzal bird from Guatemala, 900 silver. It's a nice old pin. It's hand stamped. And I have him for $32. And then I have the cute little flamingo with the marcasites on it. And I sold him for, I listed him for $35. And as far as selling goes, this I sold on eBay. It's a carved agate snuff bottle with the bats and the flower. And, goodness, it's a messy atmosphere here. And that sold for $75 plus shipping. And here's everything else that I'm shipping tomorrow. Got this little turquoise ring, and that sold for $39. I think that's right. Is that right? 39. Yes, 39. And then this octagonal glass and brass little jewelry box. That sold for $36. And the ring and the jewelry box sold to the same person. And then we have this silver-plated torque necklace with a bamboo motif, and that sold for $22 plus shipping. I found this little guy in my garden this morning. The preschool next door seems to have reopened, at least on a limited basis. I guess childcare is an essential service. The kids often lob their toys and things over the fence into our yard. So when we find them, we just lob them back. Here I am. It is Thursday evening. It's been like 2 days since I sold anything, but then I finally have a sale that I will show you. But I'll show you also what I have been listing while I still have a little bit of golden daylight left. Okay, so I listed, what is that, 24, okay. Listed a bunch of these linens today. This is a nice linen tablecloth with a little bit of a plaid pattern on it. And that I listed for $24. It's not really real old. That's probably 1980s, I'd say. This absolutely gorgeous, another one of these Eastern European tablecloths with the drawn work and embroidery in the shades of blue. Kind of similar to one I already sold. It has 6 of these little tiny napkins that go with it. The napkins have some staining. Actually, the tablecloth has some staining too, but it's fairly faint, and some people are better at getting out stains than I am. So, I'd say it's still usable, but unless you're like really persnickety and don't want to see even the slightest stain. But it's possible that the stains can be removed. Anyway, I priced it pretty low because of that. I priced that one at $29. And then this one, same thing with this one. It's got some stains, but look at this cute embroidery on this. Isn't this sweet? And it's got the blue borders, and it's got just 3 napkins to go with it. That also, I believe, I listed for that I listed for $29. The blue and white one I listed for $29. And then lastly, we have, this is another one of these embroidered Guatemalan weeples. It's in kind of bad shape. The embroidery is actually in good shape, but it's got, see these stains. I decided I needed to wash this to try and get the stains out, and unfortunately the red dye bled all over everything, so we've got pink. It's now pink. There, you can see it's pink right there. But I'm willing to bet somebody can work on that and get those stains out. And it's worth it for the embroidery. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? But I listed that for 21, basically, or 20. I'm sorry, not 21, 25. 25, because it's kind of heavy. It's going to have to go priority. Last thing I listed today were is this Mexican silver, these 2 little powder pigeon pins. These are probably 1930s, maybe 40s, maybe 20s, I don't know. Very cute little guys. And those I listed for 31. Aren't those cute? Look at that. Okay, now I gotta go up in the attic and get what I sold, and then I'll show you that. And here is what I am packing up to ship tomorrow. It's a little Art Deco bronze clock by Waterbury. Very sweet little thing. And that sold for $75. Hello there. It is Friday night, and I just have a few things that I'm wrapping up to ship. I already wrapped up one thing, which was a lot of old watches, mostly not really antique or anything. There were a couple really good ones in there, but most of them were just kind of junky quartz watches for crafting or repair or whatever. And I accepted an offer of $12 plus shipping. And then let me just show you these. Sold another Swarovski crystal figurine. It is the Harlequin figure, and that sold for $125. And then this is a carved bone little rose bead necklace, and that sold for 27, 20, I can't remember, 27, 29, and this is an amber necklace. Come on, open up there. There, you can see it. It's really pretty. And that sold for 48. Yeah, I think this one was 28 and this one was 48. And then this little tiny little turquoise pinky ring was 27. Hi there, it is Saturday morning and I'm going to show you what I listed yesterday. Okay, so I listed a couple of dove pendant necklaces. This one is a pretty big one. It's just marked 925, and I listed that for 29. And then this one is a smaller dove. It is signed. There's no way you'll be able to see the mark. It says ND, and there might be another letter above it, but I can't really tell. But I couldn't find anything about it. Listed that for 22. This is another Guatemalan Weeble style dress with these little stylized flower, kind of snowflake looking embroidery. I like the colors on this. They're a little more muted than most of the ones that you see. A little bit different palette. This is one that I washed and the colors ran, and so the fabric has this very, very slight, you can see it, I don't know, but it's a very slight pinkish tinge. But I think if it's washed again, it'd probably be okay. I just am not going to risk it. Anyway, that is priced at $34. And then also I found, I listed a tablecloth a couple days ago, and I said it had 3 napkins, and I found the other 3 napkins. I remember now. I put them aside because I didn't think they needed to be washed. They were very clean and pressed looking, and I didn't want to further damage them by washing them, so I didn't. But I had put them aside and forgotten about them. So anyway, now that tablecloth has 6 napkins. And I forgot that I also listed this little snuff bottle. It's carved agate. Has this interesting looking little gentleman. He's sitting on a giant leaf. He's got his hand up in the air. I'm sure it means something because, you know, just about everything that you see in terms of Chinese art, everything has a meaning. But anyway, I listed that on eBay at auction starting at $75. Hi there, it is Sunday afternoon. I've been riding around in the car with the window open, which is why my hair looks like this. But I'm just going to quickly show you what I listed yesterday, and then that'll be it for this week's blog. Thanks a bunch for watching. As far as textiles go, I listed this very finely crocheted table runner, and that I listed for $25. It does have one very small stain. I didn't try to get it out. It might come out, I don't know. This little hand-painted forget-me-not Victorian mourning brooch. Victorian or possibly early Edwardian. I do not know what material this is. I just don't know. I listed that for $38. And then this is a little Victorian revival, probably 1970s. Little stick pin with black glass. No markings. And that I listed for $22. And then I listed these 4 bead strands all in one listing as a D-stash. And I listed this in my Leabo shop, which is original art, craft supplies. These are garnets. These are amethysts. I don't know what these are. They're green and brown and very pretty. Some type of natural stone, but I don't know what it is. And then these are dyed howlite, I believe. Faux turquoise. Reasonably sure they're not real turquoise. So I listed the 4 of those for $29, I think. They look awful pretty all together, don't they?